Okay, happy Tuesday. Happy last day of the month. I'm not gonna go. I cannot believe Morgan is getting on here with everything she's got going on. Might be a good distraction for her. Um, I want to end the month differently because at this point, we know what we're supposed to be doing as far as end of month checklist. We've sent that. I've sent that in the chat. Like we all know the drill. Like get your 2 customers, make sure you have 100 PV. Like we know the drill. So I wanted an end of month. I wanted to beat everyone to the chase of the new month, new energy. I wanted to end the month with great energy so we can start the month with good energy because y'all know how I feel about how everybody gets pumped up for the first of the month and then it falls off like y'all already know. So I wanted to end the month that way. Let's end the month and go to bed with intention set of new energy, more energy, just all the things. So I know, and I know Shakira shared her picture in there because we had talked about doing a 90-day push back in March. And I know we kind of talked about that even before then. Like I want to say we talked about it last fall and then we talked about it around in March. And I started the packet that I sent in March. Like I made the first 2 pages or something like that in March, but I wasn't feeling like it was the season for it. Like y'all know, I never rolled it out. I don't know, like, of course we worked our businesses and stuff, but it wasn't, I don't feel like it was the season for that. And I feel like everything aligns the way that it's supposed to because how was everyone thinking about 90-day push? Like, how was everybody on the same page with that? So I feel like now is like the time to, and see, I want to run it differently. I didn't make it to where like 90-day pushes that we've done before where like you're reaching out to 1 million people. That's not how I made it. I mean, you'll read through the packet and you'll see. I wanted to I'm probably gonna cough the whole time. I wanted to make it where it's teaching more habits than like a daily habit. Like I wanted it to, like, I mean, it gives you the gist of it. It talks about preparation. Let me get somebody in the weight room. But it talks about like your why and it talks about your daily plan. And I know all of those things are important, but I want to really hone in on like vision. I want to hone in on getting routines down. And I know the thing I shared the other day, so who's printing it and mailing it to me. I can do that. Just let me know. And then I know I added this thing that I shared the other day, like the daily thing or the weekly things that I've been doing. But I wanted to get everyone on a routine because I know it's summer. A lot of our kids are home. A lot of things are about to change just for these like next 3 months anyways. Things are going to be different. Your schedules may look different and maybe not. Maybe your schedule's the same. Maybe you just need to get into a new groove of things. But I wanted to really set standards for like new months. You're set up for the new month, the things you need to be doing mid-month. And I feel like we've done a lot of like new month check-ins, mid-month check-ins, end of month check-ins, like things like that. And we know, like I said, we know the gist of it. So I wanted like a whole new type of energy when it came to those things. So like with this packet, the things that it's talking about, like the new month setup, it's at the end. You can print these out every month. So you can print it out again every month. But then like the Sunday setups that I've been sharing in the chats for how long now? I mean, I know it's been, a couple of months now, but like I really wanted to put that down on paper so that y'all can put it in your phone or print it out or whatever, but like really focusing on using our Sundays. I think our word just needs to be strategically because I'm really using that word like the way I'm working my business, the way I'm cleaning my house, the way that I'm working on strategic and specific prayer. Like I feel like that's, I don't know, maybe that's the word right now. Like I know we talked like this whole next month I'm focusing on trainings while also be working and doing IPAs. Well, that's good to know. I know you told me that, but still. I really want to get strategies down when I know we talked about like when it comes to pain points, when it comes to posting, when it comes to interacting and following up and all of that. So I feel like that's the vibe. Like being strategic with everything that we're doing is the vibe instead of just like throwing a noodle onto a wall and hoping it sticks. Like, we need to get more intentional so we're not spending so much time scrolling, because I feel y'all know I'm the odd leader anyways. Like, I feel like you can scroll if you want to. I'm nobody's here to tell you how to run your life, your business, whatever. Watch Netflix, scroll TikTok, scroll Facebook. I don't care what you do. It's your life and your business, but you also need to be strategic and intentional with the time that you are working. Okay, so you're going to work your business for 30 minutes to an hour when you wake up in the morning or whatever. Do that, then go back and scroll. Like, that's the type of thing that I'm trying to get more disciplined myself on, is doing the things and then like rewarding myself. Because how many of us even reward ourselves? Of course, scrolling TikTok doesn't sound like a reward, but for me, that's the way that I get my brain to shut off from the world. Like, maybe that's just because I don't do much else. But like, if I need to unplug and I'm tired and I'm chilling and I'm kid free, or even not kid free, but like just I need some time, we can get caught up scrolling on TikTok or Facebook or whatever. So that's one way that I can unplug. I know, like I said, it sounds dumb, but that's for me, to just sit there in bed and laugh and, enjoy TikToks or whatever. That's something that I like to do. So anyways, you can print the packet out, you can do whatever, but it really just, I'm not going to go over the whole thing. But like, the first part of it breaks down the 90-day run and what it is and why you do these things. If you've been in network marketing before, or even if you were with us with It Works, or even if you've been here before with us, we've done this before. But like I said, I want to change the whole vibe with it. I don't want it to feel like it needs to be massive action, but not massive throw your whole life away. Remember, it was sit your family down, tell your family for the next 3 months you're going to be very, very focused and you're not going to have time for them. Y'all know I'm not running my life like that. I'm not. It's not going to happen. No amount of money could make me avoid my family for 3 months. It's just not going to happen. Mm-mm. So we're changing the vibe when it comes to a 90-day run. If we can sit and talk, oh, well, you can be a mom and raise a business. You can raise businesses and babies at the same. Okay, then prove it. Show me you can. That's what we need to be doing. Showing people that we can do that. Not, oh, I'm at the park and didn't even play with my kid. And I'm not really a play at the park type of person with kids. I'll fight other kids. I don't like bullies. I don't go to the park. Anyways, but I feel like we need to practice what we're preaching a little bit. We need to, and I know we've talked about this. I'm not going to go that's honey into this, but like, showing women, okay, if you can really run a business and take care of your toddler and feed your family and unplug for dinner time and go to bed with them if you want to. Okay, when do you work? Okay, so let's be realistic with it. When are we working? Are we working on lunch breaks? Are we getting up early and doing our morning routine before everybody gets up? And then we're getting work done so that when they do wake up, I heard this thing. I don't know if it was a quote or something. And it gets me all the time. It says the time that your kid needs you most, I guess it was more like a toddler stage, especially, but the time that your kid needs you the most is when they first wake up, and then when they're going to bed. So are you on your phone at those times? Because I'll be real, I catch myself doing that. Like, hold on, Ariam, let me finish this real quick, and she's over here asleep now on my arm. Like, are we really being intentional with our families and our children as much as we are as in business? Because like I said, I don't care at the end of the day if y'all are not performing. If you're being a horrible mom and wife, I'm about to check you on that first. Like, is your house clean? It don't have to be. I'm not gonna go there, but like, is your house clean? Do you feel good? Are your kids happy, or are your kids nagging because you're always on your phone? Okay, and if you're already always on your phone, what do you have to show for it? That's my thing. We know this is a 90-day business anyways. So at 90 days, can we look back and see the fruits of our labor at home and in business? Okay, then what are we doing daily? That's what we need to focus on. Focus on our kids, focus on intentional work. And like I said, if you're at home, like for Shanice and Gigi, of course, she's with her all day, right? So she can't just not say like, oh, well, I don't want to take time away from Gigi, and not like, just like with me and Ari, like I'm not just gonna be like, oh, well, I'm home, so I can't let her see me on my phone. I'm not saying that. We have to set those, I don't want to say boundaries, but we have to set those times. Like we have to still be able to get work done, but we need to have some sort of routine or schedule or something, a way to be able to get these things done, a way to be able to knock out our work intentionally and then spend time with our family intentionally. So that's my goal. That's my vibe. Y'all may be on a different vibe. I don't know. We are usually about the same with that. But anyways, that was off topic. Not really, but that was the first page, is just breaking down your goals, why you should do this. There's preparations. Like I said, I focus a lot on, like it used to be, do your hundreds list, reach out to all those people. What's the message you about to send? Like we're switching the whole vibe. That's not a 90-day run anymore. Like we're not doing that. So your preparation is, developing positive habits for your mindset, branding yourself. And like I said, I focus on duplicating VIP 800 and 1600 because that's what we're supposed to do anyways. That's everyone's goal, whether you're new or not. And there is a creating your contact list, but it says create a contact list. Like, who do you know? Who do you need to talk to? Not like a, hey girl, oh my gosh, I love your vibe so much, you should join my team. But that's not what I mean. But like really getting, like building your people on Facebook, building your following on Instagram, like following new people. It doesn't have to be your family. You don't have to do these reach outs and crap. That's not the goal. Let's see, setting business hours, setting your calendar. Like I know I've already sat down and done my calendar. Most of us are really good about that. I know me and Kiana shared a ton of times, like how we set up our weeks and stuff like that. So like I said, being really intentional with that. And I know the last page in this booklet is like the Sunday setup too. So if you're taking advantage of that Sunday setup every week, you should be good to go, because that talks about, planning your week. And like maybe you're not super busy. Maybe you don't need to specifically plan your week day by day every week. But making sure, like maybe your kids go to daycare on Wednesdays, or your mom keeps them or something like that. Make sure those Wednesdays are not necessarily a time to grind and work the whole time, but a time to, okay, well, let me watch Grey's Anatomy and then let me knock out some work, or vice versa. Like make sure you're taking care of yourself, because that's me. Like this whole weekend I unplugged and rest. And then I was like, but I didn't work like I didn't I made this thing and I did a bunch of work, but like I'm hard on myself. Like, oh, well, I didn't do a million things. I didn't sit and work the whole time when I was kid free. Okay, who said I had to? Why do I need to? Like, that's not healthy. We've just been taught so many unhealthy things and have been told so many unhealthy things that we got to break those. So that's more so what I want for this. And I really want to focus on vision. Let's see your why. Let's see if I can get the page to turn. Gotta make sure we don't have no questions or anything. So daily plan, like how many people will you connect with? How many people will you show your video to? And this is another thing. I know we've talked about this before, but now that they've brought back, you can either work smarter, not harder. You can make your own video, however you want to do this. I know Kiana has her own video that she sends out when people ask about what she does. She sends a video out. We've brought back the weekly opportunity videos or store, whatever they are. I can't think right now. I can't talk. But I know Megan's hosting the next one, I think, and she probably invited a lot of us to it. So take advantage of those. Maybe you don't have your own opportunity story or video or YouTube or whatever. Okay, take advantage of the one that KK just did or the one that Megan's about to do. Make sure you're inviting people to those. And honestly, I made this daily plan because if you notice, I'm asking you questions. I'm not saying the goal is to reach out to 3 people every day. I'm saying, how many 3-way calls are you going to do? How many follow-up calls are you going to do? Like, the ball is in your court. This is your business. Everyone's is going to look different, especially if someone works and someone doesn't. But I want you to be able to set your own goals and expectations without seeing what Shanice thinks you should do or seeing what Tisa says you should do. Like, you need to be able to set your own boundaries in your businesses and your own IPAs and all of these things. Like, How much time do you devote to personal development a day? Tisa may sit down and read a whole book. Candy's, I got 5 pages a day. Like everyone's so different. I want you to realize like what your differences are and do you. Like if Jacqueline jumps in the chat and she's like, oh, I've messaged 50 people today and then I added 100. Well, great for you, but I fought a toddler all day and I did 5. Like I want you to be realistic with this. Like some days you're going to do better than others. I don't want you to feel like if you didn't do 100 a day every single day that you're just off and you're never going to make this work and you didn't push hard enough. Like, and that's kind of why I changed the wording too. It's not a 90-day push, it's a 90-day run. So you're running, you're taking massive action, but you're not necessarily pushing it, if that makes sense. We're running our business our own way. We're running our lives our own way. Be proud of what you get done and don't focus on what you didn't. Exactly. And I mean, I do want you to challenge yourself. I do want you to go for it. And then I put this little message in here. It says, message to self when feeling lost, down, unmotivated, whatever. That's a daily affirmation. I will remain focused on our goals, even if I have a moment of difficulty. I will not give up. I know success comes with consistency. I know that I will make it. Things will get better. No problem or challenge will stop me. Everything I deserve is coming my way. So if you vibe with that, then cool. If you want your own, then cool, make your own. So like I said, we kind of I shared about this last week, like the weekly thing that I'm doing, the daily actions for growth, stuff like that. And then new month setup. I want you to read over these pages tomorrow or tonight, but tomorrow morning's fine too. Tomorrow is a new month. We're going to run it. But there's like a brain dump in here, self-reflection. You write your personal goals down. So another thing that I want to point out, I did not make a sheet. I completely took it out of here. Did not make a place that said, what's your goal in the next 90 days? Should you have goals? Yes. But do I want you to put an overall goal that you're probably just stretching and making Candy happy because you said you're going to go for it? Candy doesn't need to know what your goal is. I mean, you can share it, but it's nobody's business but yours. If I'm your upline, if I'm your enroller, it's still not my business. I'm not about to blow you up. Tisa, what's your goal today? What's your goal in the next 90 days? I want you all to get really self-sufficient, maybe. I don't know if that's what it is, but really self-sufficient, because nobody should have to check in with you. And I'm not saying we won't or we shouldn't, but you should be able to stay on top of your own things. You should be able to lead yourself, because that's how you lead others. And I think that that's been my issue too, because I get so caught up in, oh my gosh, let me see what everybody needs a million times a day, and let's do 15 one-on-ones, and like, and where does it get you? Because you need to be able to lead yourself. At the end of the day, y'all are not doing what I say. You're going to do what I do. If I don't show up, then you all might not show up. I mean, you may, but I can tell you to do everything. I can tell you all to get on live right now on Facebook. That don't mean you're going to do it. But if I get on live and I'm energetic and I'm hyped up or whatever, you all may want to do it too. So lead yourself. So that's what this is it has an established personal goals, daily non-negotiables. Again, all of them are what you want to do. There's like personal organization, mindset work. So all of that, like that's the Sunday setup. Okay. The one thing that I'm going to tell you, I want you to do, this is going to be the one thing that I need you to check in and say whether you did it or not. I'm going to challenge you. You don't have to get a new notebook. Mine, y'all seen my notebook, that old one that I had. I shared it in a group. That was what I had a lot of life in that notebook. Just daily gratitude. Just, y'all seen, like I only showed like a few pages or whatever. Every single page in that notebook was, I'm a 40K leader. I'm a 40K leader. I'm blah, 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 blah. Like, I just can't believe the things that were in there, just like about DJ's job or whatever. I want you all to take note of that. So mine is going to be a lot of gratitude. It's going to be set up kind of the same as that other was, like a daily gratitude, prayers, venting. Obviously, I vented to my damn self in that book. But then if you end up reading that book that I was telling you about, or if you know how to pray or whatever, just put anything in the book. But I want you to be able to look back on these times. Like I know Tisa's going through a lot right now too. I want you to be able to look back on these times and remember how you were feeling, what you were going through. Did you have a car, no car? Did you have 1,000 things in debt? Did you like what does your life look like? I want you to journal that out. I know a lot of times we tell you to look forward and journal about how you want your ideal day to be like. Tell me what your day's like right now. Did you wake up grumpy? Were your lights off? Was your phone off? Like I want you to write these things down because in a year or 2 years or whatever, I want you to be able to go back and look at that. Like that was crazy for me. So that is the one thing that I want you all to do daily is to wake up and do your gratitude. Write anything you want in your notebook. You don't have to share it with nobody. That's completely yours. You don't have to share it with your husband. You can hide it. I don't care what you do. But I want you to write daily and really, really commit to that. I don't care if you get in there and you're like, I don't feel like writing today. I'm grateful for my life, but I feel like shit. Like, I want you to write every single day to yourself. I mean, I don't care if it's numbered 1 through 10. I'm grateful for my kids. I'm grateful for my house. Like, write something every single day. So I had to go get a notebook for that. But that is one thing I want you to commit to every single day. I want you to see just even how your handwriting is. Does it look like you were in a rush this day? Were you taking your time this day? Like, I really want you all to be able to look back on these things because you just never know. In 2 months, you're going to be in a whole different headspace, a whole different house, a whole different. That's my thing that I'm focusing on is this may be the last 30 days in this house for me. So I really want to go back and like think of all these memories and think about how I'm feeling right now or how I've felt in the past. And I don't know, I just really want, like, your kids are still small right now too. Are you overwhelmed? Did you lose your shit today? Talk about that. So when they're 5 or 6 years old, you can be like, Gigi, look at this. You was on my nerves that day. Like, you would not stop crying. Like, I want you to be able to take note of your life so you're able to look back on it. Because a lot of times we just get so caught up in living life and pushing through the days. I'm almost done. That we forget what it was like. Just like, you know, when I started over after having a kindergartner, I forgot what that was like. Maybe if I had journaled it, but for real though, I want you all to focus on that. I'm going to keep it that short and sweet. Unless anybody has anything to say, you can put it in the chat or you can unmute or anything. But I really just want us to focus on being us, starting with being us and who we are right now. And then we can grow into this version that we want to be. Like you can't just look at this person you want to be and show up as her. Of course you can, but like there's a place where you're at now that needs to be noticed too. There's a woman that you are right now that needs to be remembered. So in the meantime, while you're trying to show up as who you want to be, just show up who you are. But I want you to remember who you are. So I don't know if anybody unmuted or wants to say anything. Is everybody good? We good? So that packet should let you pull up and print. Let me know, or I can send the individual pages as well in there. So just let me know if that works or doesn't work. But tomorrow kicks off a new month. We're gonna run it. We're gonna show up as the best as we can, where we're at, be who we are, share those vulnerabilities, share our pain points, really relate with people. Just take ourselves and our lives to a new level, and the business will follow. At the end of the day, y'all know I'm not a push the business first type of person. And I mean, you can follow that or not follow that, but I want you to show up as who you are, and your people will come to you whether they're supposed to or not. So that's just my take on things. So I love y'all. Happy Tuesday. I will see y'all tomorrow. Where's the packet going to be? It's in the chat. And I'll repost it. I guess y'all let me know if you can see it or not, but I'll post the pages in there too. And I'll also post it in the team page. So I love y'all. Happy Tuesday.